You were once an owner of Freddie Mac,
Right.
so you are familiar with how Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac operate. Um, do you see their activities as having any role in the growth of this bubble?
Well, I think they were doing doing what they were instructed by Congress to do to a great degree, but they took on weaker forms of mortgages in greater amounts. I mean, that's been covered in some of the reports. And so they also bought. They would require a 20% down payment, but then they would buy mortgage insurance from other entities. And I've looked at the profile of some of those loans and material I got from the mortgage guarantee organizations, and frequently, a significant percentage of the time, more than 50% of the income of the borrower was going to mortgage payments. That's not sustainable. But whereas they were laying that off with a mortgage guarantee insurance company, they were still, in effect, helping people participate in something that was really, unless housing prices kept going up, was going to lead to big trouble.
Why did you sell your Freddie Mac stock?
I sold it for several reasons, but I think we were the largest shareholders of Freddie Mac. And at one point, it became apparent they were getting more and more entranced by trying to report increased earnings every quarter. And any financial institution that tries to do that, in my view, is going to get in trouble sooner or later. And they became quite interested in that particular, having that happen. They also, at Freddie, as I remember, it was either RJR bonds or Philip Morris bonds, but they bought some bonds that had nothing to do with housing at all. And here they were using what was in effect the government's credit to enlarge the size of this hedge fund type portfolio, now with some corporate bonds that had nothing to do with housing. And I just figure if you see one cockroach, there's probably a lot more in the kitchen.
Did you follow Fannie and Freddie enough to know that they had affordable housing requirements?
Oh, sure, yeah.
And did you know the size of those affordable housing requirements?
Yeah, and of course, they were predicated on being able to use the tax credits that were involved, and they set them up as assets on their balance sheet, and of course they have no income now.